Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tony Holowitz, and thank you for being here for this ACT tip. I had someone ask me, how do you make a note or have a reminder pop up to remind you of a person's upcoming birthday? And as I started thinking about that, I said, geez, sometimes simple questions can become complicated because there's always more than one way to do things. So we're going to take a look at setting a reminder or figuring out how to be reminded of a person's birthday. Now, some of you might not even have realized that there is a field in ACT for the birthday. I'm going to come down here to the personal info tab and click on that. And I want you to observe right here we have the birthday field. So let's say, for example, this person's birthday is 9/15/42. Now I'm going to hit the tab key. And what it does is it fills in the birthday. So the reason I think this is so interesting a question is because a lot of what ACT comes down to the type of person you are. And all my experience has been that sometimes people are very, computer oriented, meaning they want everything automated. They love automation. Me, I don't necessarily believe in automation as much as I believe in developing certain habits. So, for example, one way you could look up a birthday or upcoming birthdays is you could look up all the contacts in ACT that have a birthday and just simply observe when that birthday is. Let me show you how to do that. This is probably the simplest way. Here's the birthday field. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on this field and I'm going to go look up birth date. Now, I'm not going to look up a specific birthday, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here where it says contains data. And what I'm making the assumption of is that if there's a contact in ACT where the birthday field has data or a birthday in it, that's what I'm trying to return. So it might not be the correct information, but I'm going to click OK. And what we're going to see is that we return all the contacts that have a birthday. So what I could actually do is I could double click on the first one, just observe their birthday, go on to the next one, and so on. But probably the easier way to do that, just to observe, is I can right click in this area and I can go customize columns. And this brings up this box. So I'm going to click on a number here and hit the letter B for birthday. And it takes me down to the first item that begins with the letter B. And that happens to be birthday. I'm going to add it to my list. Then I'm just going to move it up a little bit just so you can see it quite easily. And I'm going to click OK. So now what I've done is I've added, and actually let me move that over just a little bit more. I'm going to go customize columns. I'm going to take birth date. I'm going to move it up even some more. And I'm going to go OK. So now here's my birth date. So I can click on this and sort this based on the dates. So now what I can see is when the birthday is. So just by observing this list, I can observe upcoming birthdays and take the appropriate actions. Now that's probably the most labor intensive way to do it. The second way I could do it is I could come over here where it says groups and I could create a group that tells me based on that field, the birthday field, tell me all the people that are having birthdays within the next 30 days. Now I use myself as an example and it's suggesting that I have a birthday. So I can right click, go create lookup. It will take me here and it will suggest that my birthday on 10/15/2014, and again, that's not really my birthday, but it will tell me that I have a birthday coming up within 30 days. And again, I could take the appropriate action. At this point, I could schedule a call and schedule it for that day. So there are some things that when you do things like this, they're a little bit more labor intensive, meaning you can do it by hand. You could create a group to return that information, but you got to go look at that group, making it somewhat labor intensive, or you can create something called a smart task. And a smart task in ACT is something that's a little bit more automated. It's something that we can create. It takes a little more work. And if you're that type of person, I'm going to show you in the next tutorial how to create a smart task to accomplish the same thing. So let's assume for a minute we want to know anyone that has a birthday within 30 days. Well, in the next tutorial using a smart task, I'll show you how to do that. So again, at the end of this, at the end of the day, what I think it really comes down to is what kind of person are you? Are you the kind of person that maybe once at the beginning of the month will go look at all the people with upcoming birthdays? Or do you need a reminder to show up on your calendar or something to pop up to remind you? And I think the great thing about ACT is we have all different personality types that use ACT, and it can be designed for your personality type. So, my name is Tony Holowitz, and I want to thank you for being here. Have a great day, and I hope all is well. Bye now.